My name is Ben Hellerstein, and I am the State Director for Environment Massachusetts. And I'm joined today by Mayor of Springfield, Domenic Sarno, and Lynn Benander, the President and CEO of Co-op Power, Professor Jens Christensen, Professor of Economics at Mount Holyoke College, and Douglas Albertson, the Town Planner for Belchertown. We're here today to talk about solar power and urge state officials to keep solar growing here in the Pioneer Valley and across Massachusetts. Today's event is part of the 10-city Soak Up the Sun solar tour, highlighting the impacts of solar caps in communities across Massachusetts. Our message today is clear. It's the middle of the summer, and we should be doing everything we can to soak up the rays of the sun. Instead, arbitrary limits on solar power are keeping us in the dark. Our state's leaders should help communities here in the Pioneer Valley and across Massachusetts take advantage of all the environmental and economic benefits that solar offers. Solar is growing rapidly in Massachusetts. Last year alone, Massachusetts added enough solar power to power 50,000 homes with clean energy. Solar is reducing the carbon emissions that fuel climate change, and it's helping avoid other harmful forms of pollution such as mercury, particulate matter, and nitrogen oxides. Solar is good for our economy as well. Statewide, the solar industry supports more than 12,000 jobs. And here in central and western Massachusetts, jobs in solar and other clean energy companies grew by 8% from 2013 to 2014. Solar is also helping many families, businesses, and local governments to reduce their electricity costs. By 2025, we can get at least 20% of Massachusetts' electricity from solar. But a cap on the state's most important solar program, net metering, is threatening to bring solar to a halt.
Have done a great job making the city of Springfield really a green city. To me, it's not only good for the bottom line of the environment, but also the bottom line of the budget. We took two contaminated sites, in Indian Orchard and in Cottage Street. We are generating $750,000 in tax revenue. These were prior contaminated sites that were really left with not many options to develop these sites. Also, what's important, our private sector firms have jumped into this too. Mass Mutual, I did tour their roof area there, an expansive solar field there, which is cost savings to them. And I also noticed the simple thing of using not a black background for the roof, but a white, which cuts down on the heat that comes on there. Big Y has been a great partner, and FW Wet, which we worked very hard to bring up into the Smith & Wesson Industrial Park moving forward. This also has been indicated, and all the other specialists that are here from the professor and the town planner for Belchertown, is that this creates jobs. So it's extremely important. So as we look upon it, not only is it good for the environment, the bottom line of the environment, it's good for the bottom line.
Co-op Power. Co-op Power is a network of community energy cooperatives that serves communities across Massachusetts and southern Vermont. And we have about 7,000 members and supporters who reflect the state's residents in Massachusetts that we want solar. Solar is working and we want it. And we're working very hard to make it happen. 10 years ago there were very few solar installers in the state, and so we helped to build 5 solar businesses that are now some of them have sold up and are now part of the very important infrastructure that's helped reduce the cost of solar over the last 10 years.
I can speak from my little municipal government and as a resident, and I'm not an industry expert. I'll leave the statistics to those folks who are more involved, but I know that in Belchertown we were very proud to become, I like to say, the first green community in the state. Actually, I think Greenfield's application slid in just under ours, but we were there right in the first round, and since we became a green community, we have saved tens of thousands of dollars just through energy conservation, insulation, windows, new boilers, things like that. We also have photovoltaic panels on our firehouse. It's not a huge system, it generates a small amount, but it's right there on the town common, making a statement to our community that we believe in the future of energy, and we are taking a stand to do it. The Green Communities Act, visionary legislation for this Commonwealth, has helped put us ahead of just about everyone else in the nation in creating jobs in the energy industry, clean energy industry, and providing for the citizens. We have in Belchertown, one of our major manufacturers covered one of his enormous storage buildings with solar panels. He calculated that even though the system was costing him several $100,000, that would be paid back in just a few years. And he's able to do that because of solar renewable energy credits and net metering. It works. It works for people.